Hi, my name is ATHIRAH binti RAHMAN, matrix number 2020973285. For today, I wanted to tell about Malaysia's foreign policy. Malaysia's foreign policy is based on developing close and good relationship with its neighbors countries, but still respecting the internal affairs of other nations and advocate a policy of non-interference recognizing the sovereignty of nations. Since Malaysia's independence, the vision of policy remains the same, that is to safeguard Malaysia's national interests and to contribute towards a just and impartial community of nations that can be achieved through maintaining the country's sovereignty, inspiring peace, promoting friendly relations with foreign countries, and protecting Malaysia's interests in regional and international areas. Malaysia's foreign policy are influenced by Malaysia's strategic location in Southeast Asia, attribute as a trading nation, and through internal and external sources. Other than that, one of the objectives of Malaysia's foreign policy is to develop strong economic and diplomatic ties with all nations, especially with Asian and other regional allies. Moreover, capacity building and conflict resolution strategies are being used to promote peace and stability in the region. Thirdly, being influential leadership role as a chair of ASEAN, the Non-Aligned Movement (NAM), and the Organization of Islamic Conference (OIC. Fourthly, participating actively and constructively in the United Nations, particularly in efforts to combat injustice and persecution, as well as to protect international law and human rights, and projecting Malaysia as a leading example of Islamic country that is both tolerant and progressive. Through Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Malaysia has established 105 missions in 83 countries and appointed 53 ambassadors to deliver support and assistance in promoting Malaysia's interests abroad. Malaysia also continues to pursue a forward-thinking and pragmatic foreign policy that promotes commerce, attracts international investment, and portrays Malaysia as a stable and peaceful country under the current leadership of the Prime Minister. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NAFIESYA HUZAIRAH binti KALIWON and my UiTM ID number is 2020957005, and today I would like to explain about one of the factors that influence Malaysian foreign policy, which is Malaysia is a strategic location in Southeast Asia. The strategic location in Southeast Asia is one of the factors influencing Malaysia's foreign policy. First of all, Malaysia is a federation of 30 states and 3 federal territories in Southeast Asia. In other words, it consists of 2 provinces separated by the South China Sea and bordered by Brunei, Indonesia, and Thailand. In addition, Malaysia is strategically located along the Strait of Malacca and the South South China Sea. The system of government is a constitutional monarch. For example, the head of the state is king and the head of the government is prime minister. However, Malaysia has a mixed economy system that encompasses a range of personal freedom combined with centralized economic planning and government regulation. Malaysia is a member of the Pacific Economic Cooperation, APEC, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, and the Trans-Pacific Partnership (TPP). Apart from that, it clearly shows that Malaysia is the natural focus of the whole region, namely Southeast Asia. Malaysia is the only country that is both part of the Asian mainland and the same part-time of the vast archipelago stretching westward from the Philippines and New Guinea to Sumatra. Thus, Malaysia is not only a bridge between the continent and island of the Asia, but also the gateway between the China Sea and the Indian Ocean. Based on this position, Malaysia is very important to both Southeast Asia and the world. Furthermore, Malaysia is often called a lucky country because of its strategic location with a wealth of mineral resources, fertile land, strategic maritime resources, and Malaysia also rich in oil and gas resources. However, Malaysia was not satisfied with their success, and Malaysia continued to grow their economy dependent on agriculture and major commodities in the 60s, which a specular transformation and becoming manufacturing base. As nation is located in the heart of Southeast Asia, Malaysia has played an important role in international trade and has gained commercial importance due to its strategic position, linking the sea trade route between the Indian Ocean and East Asia. Therefore, as Malaysia has a strategic location is a major factor influencing Malaysia's foreign policy, and Asia remain the basis of Malaysia's foreign policy, and establish of the Asian Committee in 2050 has significantly increased Malaysia's approach involvement and the regional level. Thank you. I think that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is AHMAD ZAKI from AM1104C and my matrix number is 2019440328. I'm here to present my point for our group assignment, which is Malaysia attributes as a trading nation is one of the factors that influence Malaysia's foreign policy. The other factors that influence Malaysia's foreign policy is Malaysia is a vibrant trade nation that ranks among the top 30 trading nations for commercial services and is one of the world's largest importers and exporters of goods. The ratio of overall commerce to GDP in the country is around 200%. Trade and foreign direct investment have contributed significantly to Malaysia's growth, development and employment (FDI). Malaysia has established a market-oriented foreign trade policy because trade and investment are the cornerstones of its economic development. It has been a major supporter of the multilateral trading system and fiercely dedicated to economic reform. Malaysia's trade policy is in line with the country's broader transformations agenda. The economic revolution of the country has been ongoing. In general, it has progressed from a policy of import substitution in the 1960s to an export-oriented and labor-intensive economy in the 1970s. The emphasis in the 1980s was on resource-based and heavy industries, with a move in the 1990s to technology-intensive strategy. In 2011, a focus on important growth sector, or so-called national key economic areas, signify a shift in Malaysia's development trajectory: oil, gas, and energy, palm oil and rubber, wholesale and retail, financial services, tourism, electronics and electrical products, business service, communications, content, and infrastructure, education, agriculture, and healthcare, as well as Greater Kuala Lumpur, are among these sectors. The national key economic areas are intended to fuel Malaysia's progress, allowing the country to transform into a high-income country known for innovation and creativity. Malaysia has undertaken political change as well as the government development program in addition to its economic transformation. The latter was launched in 2010 with the goal of improving the efficiency with which government services are delivered. The numerous transformation projects have acted as part of a concerted effort to create the domestic basis for national transformation to take advantage of the external environment since 2010. As part of the aim to turn Malaysia into a high-income nation, Malaysia's prominence as a small open economy becomes a driving influence in deciding its national economic strategy at this point. That's all from me. Thank you.
Internal resources refer to the domestic influence of players and variables that operate within Malaysia and the United States, respective national boundaries. A quick review of Malaysia-US internal sources in the past indicates that bilateral security cooperation between the two nations is quite tight. During the Cold War, it is debatable whether the conmen of communism dominated American ties with Malaya. After the creation of Malaysia, political military contacts between Malaya and the US become more direct. The United States maintained economic strategic interests in Southeast Asia throughout the post-Cold War period. In addition, ASEAN nations may have recognized the value of the US military presence in the area in maintaining regional peace.
Assalamualaikum and hi madam, my name is NAZIEHA binti NAZRI 20194046X6 from AM110-4C. So today, I want to present about the challenge of MARA in education. First is financial related challenge. Since the COVID-19 epidemic began in March 2020, the country has faced numerous financial issues. This thought scenario had an impact on MARA's operations such a whole, requiring activities and programmers to be suspended and partially conducted online. Many IHE that have shuttered their physical campus have elected to reimburse students' lodging and board fees, posing immediate financial issues for IHE. There have also been requests to reimburse some of their student tuitions for the 2019-2020 academic semester due to disparity between students' real experiences and the poor online learning experience. MARA have seen a decrease in student enrollment for the 2019-2020 session semester, which is not surprising considering the summer student survey. According to the study, 17% of high school seniors who plan to enter 4 years now believe they will change their plans. Having a gap year, going to a community college or joining the labor sector are all options. When all of these variables are considered together, MARA has a significant financial burden. The second challenge is facility challenge. Institutions of higher learning in Malaysia have been under enormous pressure to provide suitable services and infrastructure to aid students' education. Lodging, transit, library, college and cafeteria are some of the facility challenges. Some students have claimed that the buses do not arrive on time. The majority of them indicated that the buses are never on time and do not follow a set schedule. They require the bus timetable since the faculty is located a long distance from their rented house or condominium. It makes it difficult for them to attend the faculty. This creates a problem for MARA students because the lack of transportation forces them to miss classes. Taking public transit to the UiTM is one option. Thus, students are dissatisfied with MARA College Administration Service in student management and problems, enrollment service and infrastructure. The third challenge is social environment challenge. Social environment challenges relate to variance in dialect and problems when talking with somebody in society. Environmental educators should develop new knowledge and approaches to meet the demands of a continually changing social and technical world, while keeping quality learning remains relevant to the community's interests and needs. Moral issues must be educated to ensure that the learning environment is conducive. In the lecture, a focus on mutual respect creates the impression that the teacher expects all pupils to regard one another, appreciate their contribution to academic life, and would not tolerate students making fun of others. Respectful cultures are also more favorable to student issues, cognitive vulnerability, and understanding of concepts. Therefore, a view that the lecturer encourages respect in the lecture is connected to higher academic efficacy and more conscious learning compared to the previous year.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad QAIDNABIL bin NAZILAN. I am from AM1104C and my matrix number is 2020984401. So as conclusion, Malaysia foreign policy remain based on ASEAN, and the establishment of the ASEAN community in 2050 significantly enhanced Malaysia regional strategy and engagement. The country prosperity is based on strong and good relation with other countries and commitment to the multilateral system. Malaysia continue to adopt a forward-thinking and realistic foreign policy under the leadership of the current Prime Minister of Malaysia, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob, that facilitate trade, encourage foreign investment, and portrays Malaysia as a stable and peaceful country. Malaysia, as a United Nations member, is totally devoted to multilateralism as a method to promote global peace, security, and prosperity. To promote and preserve Malaysia's interests globally, a network of 110 diplomatic missions in 84 countries has been built, along with friendship and trade center. When dealing with global issue and studying international ties, Malaysia's conduct will be governed by the value of respect for independence, sovereignty, territorial integrity, and non-interference in the affair of other states, peaceful settlement of dispute, and mutual benefit. That's all from me. Thank you.